Hey guys, it's Coach Alexa, and today I'm going to be taking you through your workout of white knuckles. Alright guys, so for our workout today, we have a lot of running, we have a lot of pulling, and we have a lot of dumbbell work. But don't worry, if you guys don't have any dumbbells, I have an alternative for you. So we're going to go ahead and get started with an 8-minute warm-up. Alright, we're going to go right into things. For your warm-up, you may either do a 200-meter run, or you can do a minute of cardio. If you choose to do that 200-meter run or that distance of running, try to make it back within a minute, because after that 200-meter run, we're going to go right into a minute of a work of movement. Alright guys, so you're going to start with a 200-meter run. The clock will start. If you do not want to do the 200-meter run, again, you can do that choice of cardio. We can do jumping jacks. For those, you're going to go out and in. You can do high knees and bring those knees up. For the first 200-meter run variation, you can take them nice and steady, but once we start to get into it, go ahead and up that heart rate a little bit more, get that blood flowing, and start to warm up those calves for all that running that we have in the workout. After you finish your first minute of cardio or that 200-meter run, we're going to come back inside and we're going to go for 1 minute of glute bridges. Alright guys, so for your glute bridges, again, we have a lot of running, we have a lot of dumbbell work, so we're going to work on that posterior chain. For your dumbbell work today, again, we're working on that posterior chain, we're working on that lower body, so you're going to start with your glute bridges, 1 minute of glute bridges. For your glute bridges, you're going to place your feet on the ground. You'll lay all the way back, and you'll push your hips high, and come back down. You will go for 1 minute of work before going back into that either minute of cardio or 200-meter run, then come back inside. After that minute, you'll go into 1 minute of single leg glute bridges. We're going to go for 30 seconds on each side. So I'm going to show you guys my left side. So I'm going to, again, get set up with my feet on the ground, push my hips high, and I'm going to bring one leg forward, come down, touch my hips to the ground, and back up. Alright guys, going to go for 30 seconds on each side. After we finish that minute of single leg glute bridges, again 30 seconds on each side, we're going to go into another 200-meter run or 1 minute of cardio. After we finish that 200-meter run variation, that 1 minute of cardio, we're going to go for 1 minute of glute bridge walkouts. Again, we're warming up that bottom half of our body, our posterior chain. We have a lot of work on that posterior chain today, the muscle that ties in your back all the way down to your glutes and into the back of your legs and your hamstrings. Okay, so for those glute bridge walkouts, we're going to start same position as we have for the last two movements. Push your hips high, walk your feet out, and walk them back in. Try to keep your hips as high as possible. These do not have to be a fast movement, guys. We're just warming up our body for that workout. And then we're going to go one more time for that 200-meter run variation, and then you'll come back inside, and we're going to go for 1 minute of active dive bombers. Alright guys, this is a little bit more of an advanced movement, so I will show you a scaled down version afterwards. This is going to warm up our shoulders for the push jerks that we have and the pull-up variation that we have, and it's also going to warm up our core a little bit. Again, keeping in mind that posterior chain. To start, we're going to start in a high downward dog position. You're going to push your head through your shoulders, and then we're going to press down. As I press down, my body starts to curve, go into a push-up, and land in a cobra position. Alright guys, my thighs are off of the ground. Now I'm going to go do the opposite thing, and I'm going to push my hips high and finish in that downward dog position. If that is too complicated or you guys are not able to do that, I understand. Alright guys, we're going to go for 5 or that minute of child two cobras. So again, take these nice and steady. You're going to start in the back position, warm up those shoulders, and push forward. Alright guys, and you'll go back and forth, warming up the body as needed for the rest of that minute. After we finish our warm-up, guys, we'll take you through the workout. Again, we have white knuckles today. White knuckles is going to be a chipper workout. We're going to work on your aerobic endurance because this workout should take you guys 18 to 25 minutes to do. So we'll want to make sure that we are pacing ourselves. It is a ladder, so we are going to go starting with the same movement that we will finish with. I will give you guys the equipment version first, and then I'll take you through the odd object or the no equipment version. So to start with, we have 20 strict pull-ups. For your strict pull-ups, guys, if you have a pull-up bar, you're going to try to do your strict pull-ups. You want to keep that core nice and tight. As you're going up overhead, engage your lats, the side of your body over here. Pull, try to get that chin over the bar, and come back down into a dead hang position. We're going to go for 20 strict pull-ups. If you guys do not have strict pull-ups normally in a row during a workout, again, keep in mind we're going to be working under fatigue. So think about scaling down those options, scaling down those reps. After you finish your 20 strict pull-ups, you will go for a 400-meter run. If you guys do not have a 400-meter run mark, you can go ahead and do 30 10-meter shuttle sprints. So if you guys have a driveway, it's probably going to be from your garage to your driveway, or for those of you with a little bit longer of a driveway, try to find that 10-meter mark, and you'll go for 30 10-meter shuttle sprints. After you finish that 400-meter run, you're going to grab your dumbbells. You will need 2 dumbbells for this workout. We're going to go for 40 double dumbbell power cleans. All right, guys, so we're going to take that dumbbell from the ground. Again, working on that posterior chain, feet are hip width apart. Keep that chest high, and have one head of the dumbbell touching the ground at the bottom. You're going to use your hips, bring the dumbbell to your shoulders, stand to a full extension before lowering it back down, touch the ground, and you'll go for 40 reps. If you only have one dumbbell, that is okay. You guys can take it from the inside or outside of your legs, whichever you are more comfortable with, but again, only one head of the dumbbell has to touch the ground. Try to keep your hips as square as possible, and if you only have that one dumbbell, you will go for 20 on each side. All right, guys, so cut the reps in half, go for 20 on each side. After you finish your 40 double dumbbell power cleans, you will go into an 800-meter run. If you do not have an 800-meter run, we're going to double those shuttle sprints, and we'll go for 60 10-meter shuttle sprints. All right, guys, you want to pace yourself. This is the middle of the workout. This is where we start to feel that fatigue. So make sure that you guys are paying attention to your body, listening to your body, and understanding that when you come back inside from that 800-meter run, you have 40 double dumbbell push jerks. So now we're going to work more on those shoulders. Keep your core nice and tight. Get those dumbbells to that front rack position. You're going to go for a small dip. You'll drive. As you're driving, drop underneath, extend your arms at the top, stand to a full extension, all right, guys? I want you guys to try to work on rebounds today if possible. So what that means is as you come down from the top, use that momentum to go right into the next rep. Try to make that dumbbell or those dumbbells feel as light as possible. As you guys just saw, if you only have one dumbbell, that's okay. We're going to do 20 on each side, just as we did the cleans. All right, guys, so make sure you're doing an even amount of reps on both sides of your body. After you finish those 40 double dumbbell push jerks, you're going to go for 400-meter run. Again, if you don't have that 400-meter run mark, that's okay. We're going to go for 30 10-meter shuttle sprints. After you finish that run, you're going to come back inside and finish with your 20 strict pull-ups, or that pull-up variation, whichever you choose to do, however many you choose to do. But make sure, guys, that chin is clearing the bar. We're keeping a nice, tight, hollow position, and we're pulling with our lats, again, this muscle on the side. All right, guys, so that is your white knuckles variation if you have equipment. For those of you that do not have dumbbells or you do not have a way to do pull-ups, that's okay. This is where you guys come into play. For the odd object version, we are going to start with 40 odd object bent over rows. All right, guys, so I'm going to use my dumbbells. If you have a plate or if you have a heavy water bottle, something like that, guys, that you can use, a backpack, a ruck bag, anything like that, we're going to start with our bent over rows. For your bent over rows, you're going to have a slight bend in the knees, push those shoulder blades together in the back, and pivot at the hips. You're going to bring your dumbbells or your odd object out, pull with your elbows back, and come back down. You'll go for 40 reps. Again, guys, this is going to tighten the posterior chain just as much as we would our pull-ups, and we're working on our lats, this muscle right on the side. All right, guys? After you finish your 40 odd object bent over rows, you're going to go for a 400-meter run. You guys already know how the shuttle sprints work. After you finish that run variation, come back inside. You're going to go for 40 odd object ground to shoulder. All right, guys, so if I have a plate, here's my plate. All right, guys, if I have a plate, I'm going to take it from the ground, but I'm going to use the same form and technique as if I had dumbbells with me. If you guys have a barbell, same technique as always, guys. Keep that chest high, touch the ground, use your hips, get it to your shoulders, stand to a full extension, guys. No matter which variation you are doing today, make sure we are standing to a full extension before going into our next rep. Touch the ground, stand to a full extension. All right, guys. After you finish your 40 odd object ground to shoulder, you're going to go for an 800-meter run. Again, that's the 60 shuttle sprints if you guys don't have that marker. Then you're going to come back inside, go for 40 odd object shoulder to overhead. All right, guys, so this could be strict press, it could be push press, it could be push jerks. If you guys really want to, you can do split jerks, whatever you guys want to do to get that odd object from your shoulders overhead. My recommendation would be to do the push jerks, guys. Try to make it easier. Try to make whatever odd object you have feel as light as possible. All right, guys, so my example, I'm going to go up. If you choose to do a strict press, keep that core nice and tight. Move your head out of the way. Push up overhead and come back down. If we choose to go for a push press, you'll do a slight bend in the knee and drive up overhead. All right, guys, dip, drive. If we're going for that push jerk, dip, dip, drive. All right, guys. You will go for your 40 odd object shoulder to overhead. Then you'll come back for that 400-meter run and finish with your 40 odd object bent over rows again. Your score for today is going to be your time after you finish that 20 strict pull-up variation. All right, guys, so that is all I have for you today. That was your workout description of white knuckles. I hope you guys have fun. Have a great day. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.